So welcome back to another episode, and I'm back from Arizona. I just got back. It was blisteringly hot down there. It was absolutely insane, but what a crazy 4 days socializing, talking about games. It was wonderful. And I wanted to talk to you guys today about some independent creators that I met there. Now, this is something I do want to say is that in the last few years of the show, I've had a lot of companies get in touch with me saying, please promote our products and all that stuff. And it's a bunch of, I don't want to say junk, but stuff that I'm not interested in. It's stuff that I don't relate to. It's like me coming on here saying, hey guys, check out Hammy the Hamster on iPhone. Yeah, you can never buy genuinity online, and that's something I want to absolutely keep with this show. So that's why I don't show anything like that. I don't do one-up boxes or anything like that. But what I will do is stay true to my grassroots of my love for anything Sega, PC Engine, stuff like that. And I ran into some independent creators that are working on some incredible projects that nobody knows about, you know, that need a lot more support. And you know, a lot of people just support the big games out there, and they don't help out the independent creators. And me being an independent comic book artist, I know what it's like. I remember, you know, back when I was younger, I had a comic, but I couldn't get it out to anybody. Nobody could see it, but I had such passion and love, and a lot of times that gets crunched, you know, people don't get a chance to see it, and that's the kind of people that I want to help. And that's the kind of people that I want to showcase, because I believe they're doing amazing things. And I think I'll show you guys today some of the guys I met down in Arizona at the Game On Expo and show you what they were working on. And some of this stuff is like almost has never been seen. Really, it's never been seen by anybody. Now, the first game we'll talk about is called Strike Harbinger by Chris Tang and Kiyoshi Okuma. Now, let me explain how you end up meeting people at a convention and some of the strange things that happen is that I did my panel with Alpha Megastan, came out and talked to a lot of people who watched the show. Wonderful. Some guy had a Dynamite Duck shirt on. Honestly, I was like, what the hell is going on with my life? It was amazing. Amazing. And then two great guys came up to me, and then we were talking about Ease and Phantasy Star. We had this great conversation, and they were my age, and so we were talking, and then they mentioned later on that, oh yeah, like we do our working on our own independent game, and they said if you get a chance, please come by, check out our game. We think you'll like it. And I'm like, okay, for sure. And I was so busy, and I'm getting around the show floor, and eventually I found their booth, and they weren't there, but I got to sit down and try this game. And do you understand why I'm so excited about this stuff? The game that I played is a combination of Space Harrier, a combination of that, and Phantasy Star in one. Like, I was playing, I'm like, this is absolutely crazy. Eventually, I ran into the guys later on, because I came back, because I'm like, I gotta talk to these guys, because this is so great. And so we talked about it, and they've been working on the game for about a year. The game will be coming out maybe in another year's time. Still another year of development. There's a lot of secrets, a lot of things they want to add in. The thing that I saw was how fluid it was. And Chris Tang said, he goes, yeah, I wanted to make it run at 120 frames a second. And I'm like, what? You know, that's just crazy. And the old Space Harrier was very jittery. The way objects move towards you, it wasn't smooth at all. This game was like beautifully smooth. You're floating through the levels, and it just felt awesome. And he told me about all these secrets he's going to add in, and I'm not going to take away from that. Those guys can reveal that to the world when they're ready. But this is a game that nobody knows about, that some hardcore fans, and I didn't know that these guys have worked in the industry for years. And they finally broke away, and some of them, you know, Chris worked at Capcom, and they broke away to do this game because it's a passion project, because they're gamers, because they love video games. And that was something that I saw in what they were doing that meant something to me and really reached out to me, and that's why I wanted to talk about their game. Because it was like Phantasy Star and Space Harrier, and yeah, they're old school anime fans, and we had a really good time. And I didn't know that Chris Tang was the Sega World Champion. Yeah, I didn't find that out for hours later, and we ended up going for dinner with these guys, and all we talked about was Phantasy Star. That's all we talked about was video games and anime, and it was really cool. And I'm like, yeah, guys, I'll definitely have to come back and talk about your game because it's so cool, and I really liked it. But the game, I think, is coming out in the future on PC, PlayStation 4 they're working towards as well. So in the future, you kind of heard about it here first. Strike Harbinger. Now, talk about timing. Things are so strange. I'm walking around the convention just a little bit after that, and I just ran into this guy, and he's like, Johnny, oh my God, you're here. And I'm like, yeah, dude, how's it going? You know, like, he's like, I want to show you my game because I really think you'll like it. And I'm like, yeah. And I look down and I see a PC Engine playing this game on a standard definition TV. And I'm like, okay, I'm sold already, you know? And this is another project by Saru Maru and his team. And God, these talented people. It's so funny because I'm a fanboy. I don't know how to make games. I've only ever played games. It's so cool to see people that are artists and have such a passion. And with these guys, no exception, they're such fans of the PC Engine TurboGrafx that they've created a character wrapped around that. It's called HENSHIN Engine. That is the name of the game. And it is an old school PC Engine game. And I was playing this game and I was like, this is great. There's combinations of Wonder Boy in there and great platforming. The music in the game is phenomenal. And they were nice enough to give me this demo. Like, look at this, a PC Engine game demo. It just blew me away. Look at the attention. This is fans. This is a fan work. Look at this. Here's the main character. Beautifully drawn by the people creating the game. This is, I can't say it enough. I know I'm going to sound like redundant by saying a passion project, but real passion project. You know, this is a game that more people need to see, more people need to know about, especially PC Engine fans out there. And I know so many PC Engine fans watch this, and it's great to see fans making games for fans. That's awesome. And yeah, they gave me some cool little packaging and stuff like that, but I got to play the game, I got to talk to the creators, and I don't want to sound like hokey, but you get a little choked up in a little bit later on thinking about how much time and effort these guys put into this because they love the medium, because they grew up with a PC Engine like I did with TurboGrafx, and they're just trying to make a game that, you know, to make them happy. And I was just like, that's so awesome, and other people would love it if they checked it out. I'll put a link below to both their websites. And the great thing about HENSHIN Engine as well is it's coming to the TurboGrafx next year. I think they're doing a Kickstarter as well. I don't know too many details on that. I think it's coming up, but I just wanted to highlight a couple of independent game creators that are making games that I like. You know, that's the difference. It ain't Hammy the Hamster. I don't think anybody has made an episode really on these games, and I think they should. You know, it's like there's a lot of great brand new games coming out from game companies, but we need to, as a community, focus on community-made games for us. I'm a big believer in that, and that's something I will support 100%. So anyways, guys, until next time.